welcome to Most Fun Wins number
9.
And we have a special guest today, Jeremy Domon and friends, aka Jeremy Domon and children. Jeremy's from Arizona. Jeremy is a DGA super fan.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of put you on the spot.
That's about right.
So Jeremy's headed home from vacation with his family, and we're going to do 18-hole Knockdown challenge today. So we'll explain that more to you from the booth. Let's have predictions. We're going to do stroke play. So what do you guys think? Who's going to win, and what's the score going to be? Barrett?
Barrett's going to win, and probably even. Never played here, so I'll shoot for 2 down.
I also think Jeremy's going to win with a 2 down, mainly because I just really hope that happens. We've been putting up the Most Fun Wins score every time, so it's 4-4 right now between Barrett and I, but if you win one, then from now on we're just going to have to say Barrett's score, Tyler's score, and Jeremy's just going to have a 1 on the scoreboard for the rest of the time. Let's see what happens. All right, it's Barrett and Tyler in the booth. We are playing an 18-hole knockdown, so basically we all start with only 18 discs in our bag.
We lose a disc each hole, and whoever, you can either pick it yourself or another person depending on who
now on the tee, the most recent loser of the Most Fun Wins Challenge series. And the mind game's starting really early, Barrett.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes you just got to return the favor.
It looked like it worked.
You showed up late to filming. Let's see if he shows up late with his scores. Tyler Brickley.
Mind games don't work on me, though, because I'm just so solid.
And you're just going to get a pretty good shot out there.
Yeah, I was for the joke, I was kind of hoping it would be like really bad, but you've got another 0 gap and do another pretty miraculous sidearm roller upshot. You're still got, what, 25 maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Jeremy, 0 gap.
Made it work out, though.
Yeah, he hits the chain link behind the basket, so he's got to tap in. I've got this for birdie, but I'm never really expecting to make a 30-footer.
I mean, I can do it through the trees all the time. It's no big deal.
I'm going to throw out the rift that I just threw on hole 1.
I'm not good with the trimmer, so trimmer's gone. Likewise, trimmer, out of here.
Let's do hole 2. Okay, so here's the deal. You start with 18 discs. Every hole, if you all tie, you each just pick what disc of yours you want to remove. But if you lose the hole, you get to pick the next guy's disc. So if you guys par and I bogey, I get to pick a disc for both of you.
No.
Little Pro Line Flex Hurricane. That was a much more gracious skip than I was expecting.
Yeah, I had myself in the worst position.
Just about gave it a look. Then Jeremy lined this up for quite a while. We were there for about 45 minutes.
Mm-hmm. He was playing for the game of attrition, but obviously it suits him.
Yeah, it worked out. Yeah, that did not work out. Barrett and I have chosen to remove 1 of Jeremy's putters, although he has 5, so that might take a while. I'm going to take out my Proline Aftershock, and I've got Barrett wants to take out his SP Squall. Hole 3. Listen, Jeremy thinks he's all hot stuff. He comes rolling in from Arizona, and he beats us on the first 3 holes in a row. Okay. And then he throws a perfect shot. Okay. Aces, hole 3. Oh my gosh. I really thought that was going to skip up and in.
I was hoping for it.
We'll probably stop showing.
Lift, baby.
Did that go under the log?
I couldn't tell. I don't think so.
I thought I was following suit with you guys out of my hand, and then it just dropped. That was just on my leg.
What is it? Oh, that thing.
It's a praying mantis.
Oh, that's a baby.
It's a baby. He doesn't even know how to pray yet. It's just a moral mantis. So I had about 60-something left, and yeah. Looking to lose a stroke to you two.
I thought Jeremy was going to repeat with a good putt.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought high. I would repeat with a good putt after hole 1.
You had a drop in, and it dropped out.
It hurt.
Yeah, I did not think we'd be tied after that. All right, I'm throwing out the Ice Tempest.
I'm throwing out the pipeline because who needs Flippy? I'm throwing out my thrasher.
Okay, so we didn't mention it, but since Jeremy got a birdie on hole 2, we got to pick what disc we wanted to pull out of his bag.
We got to work together to strategize what we do to hurt him the most.
And we tied, so we each picked our own. So did you have a strategy for yourself?
I was getting rid of all the flippy things initially because I seldom throw them. They're more trick shot discs for me.
Prior military, was in the Army for 6 years as a helicopter mechanic. Thank you.
Is that why you're so good at disc golf?
No.
Wait, helicopter mechanic?
Yep, helicopter mechanic.
Helicopter mechanic?
Yep.
What do you do, Barrett?
I look
Basically
at soil.
nothing.
Okay,
He's
thank
a
you.
helicopter mechanic. You're like one step away from the Brian Regan skit with the astronauts. You know, it's like you listen to everybody else drone on, like, yeah, I adjust people's quarterlies for the fiscal year with their taxes and whatever. You're like, oh yeah, that's cool. I'm a helicopter mechanic. I don't know why you guys hang out with me. Mainly what I was thinking when I was watching that replay, ooh, nice hit, was I have some wicked mask beard going on in this video. Well, like wearing a mask, you know, it's like a wave. That's the winning strategy, so I'm taking a couple steadies.
Stop. No.
And from my bag, I'm going to take this beautiful Special Blend Hellfire out, and I'm going to set it. So you got to be. So I started working on your guys' putters. That was my strategy. I wanted to keep a balanced bag when I was choosing my discs, and I wanted to try and unbalance your guys' bag.
Right, we can put ourselves in a decent position on most holes with a certain, like a good array of discs, but making that putt's hard to do with a mid-range or a driver.
Jeremy had 5 putters to start. I think you maybe had 4.
Mm-hmm.
You ever seen a 130-foot throw-in?
Not yet. I don't think I will.
Oh, this is going to be good.
Throw into a tree?
Yeah. You both said that. Same punchline. Jeremy, another just like postage stamp sized gap, and ooh, that was a good line.
Yeah.
Speaking of good lines,
Thank
You
you.
don't have to intentionally.
I wish it would have stayed, but you know.
Jeremy says you don't have to intentionally bomb these holes. And then I just intentionally bombed that
Bob and Larry.
Ice cold.
in a good way.
Bonsai.
What's the Bob and Larry disc?
It's a bonsai. I pulled it because I don't really use it too much on the back 9 of this course, so strategizing.
So we all parred on that one, so we got to pick our own.
Mm-hmm. You guys both got rid of the squall.
You're gonna finish? Jeremy, you don't see it finish, but Jeremy gets hung up in an evergreen tree.
I think I'm throwing the Hellfire here, just trying to get on nice skip hyzer.
Tree?
Yeah, hit a tree and then about 45 to the right.
I'm just making sure I don't hit those trees. So, I mean, it's well short, but at least I've got a putt. Jeremy was really dedicated to. Oh my gosh, that was such a good lift.
Yeah.
He was so dedicated to playing it right. I mean, he's basically cutting up his leg on those pine needles. So, mad respect, Jeremy, for, you know, going above and beyond.
Those Arizonans, just the best.
There was, to be fair to that putt right there, there was a pretty wicked tailwind and then headwind on those 2 putts from Jeremy. You got the Barrett curse where you just endlessly throw back and forth. Shh. Yeah,
Just
it's
mind warfare out here. You're really trying to get at me.
And I didn't. I told you on the course I was going to cut together a highlight reel or maybe a low light reel of some of your putts. So I chose SP Torrent for myself. You chose Zone. And,
Well, he chose
because he,
Jeremy.
yeah. I'm sorry. He doubled that. So he actually chose his and ours.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I threw. Oh, he threw a Hellfire. And it is.
For playing that blind, he sure stuck it pretty close. That tree just gave it a little bit of a nasty kick.
it's a blind hole to him because he's never played it, and it's a blind hole because you got to go around a pretty big corner.
Yeah, there's a lot of trees there. I don't think you knew that when you teed off.
I hit about 80 of them. You know what I was thinking? I do a decent job of flicking this D-line breaker out. I was thinking when I was in there, it's been years since I've been early on that hole. I don't want to be that guy, but yeah. Oh,
the triple doink.
The triple doink.
That was a triple doink.
If that had gone in, I would have put a follow flight on that.
Yes.
Oh,
ice cold.
That was solid.
We needed to do a better job of taking out his
putters.
Yeah, because we took a hurricane from him on this hole.
So this was the first hole that we all had. We had staggered scores: birdie, par, and bogey. So everybody kind of picked. Since I got the bogey, I picked mine and Barrett's, and Barrett got the par. So you picked Jeremy's.
Yeah.
I'd like to lay claim to the first ghost stamp.
Ooh, the new DGA original
You'd like to.
Pro Line Flex Swirl Steady BL
Yeah.
with the ghost stamp.
I don't quite showcase it here, put a little bit of Annie on it, but those things are just straight as can be. I mean, they go far too for a putter. So
Wasn't there a teeny bit of headwind?
a little bit.
I think that's why I went with the undertow here. The thing that I love about the undertow is it really falls out of the sky at the end of its flight.
Yeah, it does.
Big putt. Ooh, look good. You're actually, I think, even farther away from Jeremy. We just filmed him first. You're probably...
I didn't have a direct line at the basket either. I had to go around 50? That tree. 50, 60-ish, yeah.
It was maybe longer than that even.
200.
And then I'm at 20-something. I'm thinking I'm going to get big putted.
Gotta have some confidence.
So we each get a 2 there. So he's going to pick his and ours. I'm figuring it out. It's like I was there.
Especially looking back. It's hard to remember exactly. Yeah. This one's about 420 feet, low ceiling. So I'm trying to pipe it low with a hurricane. I get lucky, though. I'm about 60 out or so.
Yeah, you hit that tree hard. I can't believe it fought through like that. I don't care about my left to right line at all on this drive. I just want to get the height so I can get the distance and guarantee a par.
That's fair.
See, he had a much better shape on that shot than I did, but he's going to be 150 behind where I'm at. And still a lot of trees to deal with.
Yeah, especially the first time you play, it's hard to keep that low ceiling in mind.
Just throwing honestly, I'll still have probably almost 20 feet there. That was a little short, but
he's all over the basket today.
Another huge putt from Jeremy. Yeah, you can see in that angle how far away you were, and he was another 10, 15 behind you.
Thanks.
Clean up a par there. You're going to do the same. Jeremy, sadly, is going to bogey.
Thing about the steady BL is it always goes in.
So we're waiting on Jeremy for a little bit. He had to run and attend to his kids. So we decided to film some sick trick shots.
Yeah, you were knocking them down, as you can see right here.
Well, the battery ran. I think we didn't get all of them, on camera, all the ones I made.
Yeah,
just these.
27 of them.
Yeah. All right, well, that's the front 9. So I think there's going to be a back 9, right?
Yeah, stay tuned for that. See the conclusion of who takes down the W.